Hello everyone and welcome back to DCM, Dorks, Corks, and Mork from the hit show Mork and Mindy. But we're your favorite local video game show. I am your host, Howard.
I'm your host, David.
Let's start with the news!
Is it good news?
No! Gotta break out the computer on this bad boy. Yeah. So big breaking news because we had lives and didn't cover it, my friend. But it's still relevant.
Speak for yourself, but okay.
Noted. They announced, because everyone loved the mid-console refresh of last generation, you can, of course, name those consoles like the back of your hand. Exactly my point.
PS4 Pro.
Yup.
Xbox One S?
That was one of them, yeah.
All right, guy. I'll take it.
That was the weaker one, yeah.
I'll take it.
It was the 1X.
1X.
Yep.
It's close.
I know. It's okay. So, of course, because investors said it was a good idea, Sony decided to go ahead and announce the PS5 Pro with, I would put all the specs on the screen, but there's a huge issue, and it's that it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, there's like...
It's useless, man.
It's 100%
It's useless.
Worthless.
I have looked hard at this at the gameplay comparisons, and I cannot, for the life of me, see any differences whatsoever.
And if I do, 9 times out of 10, I go, oh, that does look better. And then I look down and it says native PS5 version. And I go, huh?
Oops.
Because they made the shadows and the lighting engines just look worse. Also, you can see one Venom symbiote pixel better.
Oh, 1 pixel? That really justifies the $700 price tag.
You stupid peon. You wish it was $700. That's $700 starting cost!
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. The disk drive is extra. My bad.
And the stand for it is extra.
I missed that part, but okay.
The stand to make it go upright that you see in all the advertisements is not going to be included, so you have to pay for it.
Okay, but you know what? That one I'm not going to justify it, but I can see that being the case because I haven't seen this thing in person, obviously. Yeah. It's not out yet. But I have seen the base PS5 because I have one. That thing's big, man.
Yeah.
You know, I realize how much space it takes up if you stand it up like that. It's a lot of space.
It's big.
It's a lot of space.
So the counterpoint would be, don't advertise it with it standing up.
True.
Have you ever seen a PlayStation 5 advertisement where it's on its side?
No.
Exactly.
No.
But don't worry, this PS5 Pro, I didn't see a single picture of it on its side, but I did see in every single thing. But by the way, if you want to stand it up like in the ad, you have to pay for this.
Which is insane because the stand was included on the base console.
A small hunk of plastic.
Yes.
Wait.
It's like a little round plastic plate with 2 hooks. That you know those you can buy those like controller holders. It's basically that, but for the console. That's what it is.
So, a cheap piece of plastic and the disk drive to play the game. So now we're looking to $800.
Insane. That is insane.
And the upgrades only apply to a select few titles.
What?
It's not for all of them. The Pro enhancements aren't for everything natively. It's like, yeah, if you put in, let's just say, I don't really care, but like you put in a copy of Borderlands 3 for the, you know, or like any other PS5 game, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to load faster. It's going to have better frame rate. But for the Pro enhancements, it's a select number of games. One of which being The Last of Us Part 1. You know, the game from a decade ago.
How much more could you possibly remaster that game?
Dude,
How much more?
We really needed a 10-year-old game to be like 8K with ray tracing, Ray-Ban sunglasses or whatever that thing's called, and like 60 frames. We really needed that.
I hope Sony loses so much money on this. They're going to, right? Because no one's gonna buy this.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy this. It's too much money. The upgrade there may as well not even be an upgrade. No one's gonna buy this.
It's an upgrade so minuscule yet so expensive. You will have a better investment if you just buy a computer.
Yeah.
The whole
100%.
point of console gaming is it's supposed to be cheap for the everyman. The $500 consoles are already pushing it.
Yeah.
Already pushing it. That's why, Mike, everyone wants to be like, the Xbox One lost because of blah, blah, blah. No, it's because it was $500 and the PS4 was $400. That was the big thing. Do you want the console that's $100 more or the console that does the same exact thing for $100 less? Now they're both $500. And you're going to offer me a version that's slightly better than the $500 one for $200 more. And the worst part is, if they do what they did, and apparently Xbox was also going to have their mid-console refresh, which, again, I have to ask, what's the point?
What's the point?
There's none.
You know, the consoles themselves are about as powerful as PCs now, more or less. So there's no point in doing that. I know, like, if you're like really deep into PC gaming, like, yeah, you're always going to be upgrading your PC. You're always going to try to get, a new graphics card to make it look nicer, to make things run better. But like, with something like this, you can't even tell there's a difference. There's no need to keep upgrading and upgrading, especially when there is no noticeable upgrade.
No, and no payoff.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but if I showed you, I remember someone pointed this out. If I showed you the difference between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X, they were less than, I want to say, 10 years apart. You'd go, oh my God, that is. You know what? I'll put it on screen. Just so that Dave, do you know what Final Fantasy X looks like?
I don't actually. I know what Final Fantasy VII looks like.
Okay, Final Fantasy X. All right, this is one console generation, by the way. Final Fantasy X.
I'm not
okay.
looking. I'm not looking.
This isn't like deep into the PlayStation life cycle either. Okay. This is what 10 looked like.
That's legitimately impressive.
Right. This is what 10 looked like.
Okay.
All right. And I'm sorry. One more second. Release date, just so that Dave gets the point. All right. Just so that you all get the point. All right. 2001. Final Fantasy VII came out in the mid-90s, okay? If I showed you the difference between those two, your brain will explode.
Yeah.
Show that to a consumer, their brain will explode. If I showed you the picture of Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 and Spider-Man 2 on the PS Pro, you'll think I'm BSing you. But then you'll get really mad when I show you Spider-Man on the PS4 and Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and like if I showed that to a random person, they're not going to get it.
No.
Because there's nothing inherently visually different between the two. It's not paying off anymore.
I mean, this is a whole other can of worms. I think we've kind of plateaued when it comes to realism in gaming.
Yeah.
I don't think we can feasibly get any more realistic looking.
So, and that cycles back. So then why would we bother making a mid-console update when not only do we have barely any games to flex this technology, like, what's the point? Because think about it, like, right, I mean, we were in the last console generation. How many times could we go, oh, that game looks pretty, I have to buy it? In the last console generation alone, we stopped caring 1 to 2 years in.
Yeah. Pretty much.
1 to 2 years in, and that was a console generation that lasted, what, 8-ish years? No, they're still making PS4 games.
Yeah.
It's still going, and we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care.
So.
Wait.
I don't.
We don't care anymore. It doesn't work. You can't go, ooh, look at the pretty graphics anymore. If it's like, I can see your left nostril's pores.
Yeah, I think the most recent thing that impressed me, I don't have the game, but I want it. It looks really good. Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
All the footage I've seen of that, the amount of enemies on screen at a single time, legitimately very impressive.
Yeah.
But like that's it. Graphically, I'm like, yeah, it looks like a video game in 2024.
This mofo hasn't even seen a single Dynasty Warriors game yet.
I haven't. No, I haven't. I'll admit, I haven't.
I'm just kidding.
But
no, like,
yeah, graphics don't impress me anymore. They don't.
And the worst part is I don't think it's impressing anyone anymore at this point.
It's very telling that on our award show, the DCM Awards, we have an award for best art style, not best graphics, best art style, because that's what impresses us nowadays. It's art styles is what sell nowadays.
Yeah,
because it's more visually stimulating than realistic looking graphics.
I mean, like, because again, Hi-Fi Rush looks objectively better than literally anything on the market.
Exactly.
That's all, and everyone liked that game. Thanks, Microsoft. Everyone liked it. Yeah, don't buy it.
Don't. Make Sony lose billions of dollars, please.
Yeah, no.
They deserve it.
Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster coming for the PS5 Pro soon. All right, it's time for some mini reviews. Woo!
I forgot we played video games.
We do?
What are you reviewing?
Let's go with your idea of games. Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right.
So, what have I been playing? Funny you ask. Just in time for Halloween, boys, I have been playing Crow Country. Developed and published by SFB Games, the game serves as a love letter to the old Silent Hill and Resident Evil games on the PlayStation 1, as this is a survival horror game, but modernized with some new bells and whistles to reinvent the genre, but not in a way where it seems, super completely different in every way. You follow Mara Forrest as she is a private investigator going to find the owner of Crow Country, an amusement park that shut down due to mysterious circumstances. But it turns out the park right now, even though it should be closed, is infested with these deformed monstrosities. You then look forward and delve through the mystery of the theme park and unravel everything as you try to find the owner. The game improves upon the inspirations, as instead of, fixed cameras and tank controls and point and shoot, you actually can free move. It's at a fixed perspective, but you can move at an angle. But you can still turn the camera around, and there's actually a movable aim reticule, which is a little clunky, but seems intentional enough where it doesn't actually hinder your experience. Along with that, a lot of the controls is, again, also just a tiny bit jank, but intentionally jank, from what I can what I can see, that basically elicits that fight or flight reaction that the first Resident Evils and Silent Hills tried to do. The game is pretty scary as the PS1 aesthetic is used to its fullest with the polygons and stuff, but you can still make out this visual, grimy art style with this unsettling sound design that really pulls you in and makes you feel like the whole time you're playing it. Really good stuff. One of the things I really like a lot about the plot is that almost the whole entire story is told through collectibles. So it'll present the story, and the story will be like, oh, okay, this is all fine. But when you get to the end, if you didn't look at any of the collectibles, you'd be like, this is a weird plot twist. But if you actually went forward and found all the collectibles, you'll be like, oh, I can put the plot twist together, and this makes sense. That is so smart. It is really good. Along with that, the main gameplay of this game is that it's like the Resident Evil, the first one, where it's one ginormous area, but a lot of the hallways are locked, a lot of the sections of the area is locked, so you got to do puzzles in specific areas, Metroidvania style, to just keep on going to progress through the game. And it's just, honestly, I can't keep talking about how good this game is. In an industry where at this point all we have are just third-person horror shooters, it kind of is like, it feels different and refreshing, even though it's something that's just 30 years old. But it's so unique in what it's trying to do that, honestly, I heavily recommend this. If you need a good horror game this year, I go for it, all right? It's a breath of fresh air, absolutely phenomenal, and I'm super excited to see what else this studio makes, because this was already a good first step for them. Huge fan of it. I'm thinking of giving this like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for now. I want to think on it a bit more, but honestly, absolutely phenomenal game. Probably one of my favorites this year. But yeah, no, go for it. Go for it. Go play Crow Country. Go right now. If you go, oh, I want to play whatever dumb game you want to play, just spend $20 on Crow Country instead. You'll like it.
What have I been playing, you ask? Because you did ask. I heard you in the comments. Well, I guess I read it. Whatever. Anyways, for those of you on interwebs, you are more than likely familiar with the classic song, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. If you're not, then I'm sorry to inform you of your lack of culture. But if you are, then I am happy to inform you of a game that is essentially that very concept. Deep Rock Galactic, a game where you play as a dwarf and you dig a hole. Are you okay over there?
I'm sorry, but the worst part is I knew what game you were going to say the moment you started doing the song that would dig a hole. I knew what game it was, and I've been trying not to laugh. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. There's a little more to it than that, but the gist of the game is that you work for the titular mining company Deep Rock Galactic, and you are sent down to the planet Hoxie's 4 to perform various tasks, usually involving mining a variety of minerals. Of course, it's not all fun and games, as there are multiple indigenous insectoid life forms living underground that don't really take all that kindly to your presence, and will do everything they can in their power to stop you from destroying the environment like the evil corporation that you are. So I've mentioned in previous reviews and on this show in general, you guys know our status, not the word I'm looking for. So I mentioned in a previous review and throughout this show in general, you guys know our stance on live service games. But just like Helldivers 2, I can't lie, something about this game just makes my brain go burr. I think a big part of that is just how satisfying pretty much everything feels. The gunplay is tight, weapons are responsive and have a ton of punch. Do you know how hard it is to make a good flamethrower in a video game? I don't remember the last time I used a flamethrower as good as the base flamethrower for the driller class. I can't. And while I've only touched that and the gunner class, I can only imagine the scout and engineer are just as fun as those two. Missions involve pumping up liquid minerals from deep in the planet's core, hunting down and eliminating Dreadnought-class enemies, and collecting alien eggs to bring back for research and development, and a bunch of others that I still haven't even experienced. In between missions, you can explore your ship, upgrade your gear, buy different cosmetics. I couldn't even tell you how many different beards you can buy, because that's peak gaming right there. As is the most important part of this game, you can drink beer. But on a technical level, Deep Rock Galactic is also still stellar. The stylized art is charming, but still very effective. You can very much get jump scared by enemies tunneling up from behind you somewhat silently. And the sound design, oh my goodness. When I said the game makes my brain go brr, a big part of that is the sound design of hearing the pickaxe go through gold. It's just makes me want to keep doing it. It's a nice sound. I like it. And the battle pass that's implemented here is also really, really refreshing. To my knowledge, I don't even know if you can pay real money to unlock things more quickly. I haven't even seen anything that suggests being able to do so. I think everything is unlocked through gameplay. And you can even go back through older seasons to unlock the older battle passes, again, without paying any extra money. It's very, very nice. There are some DLC expansions that add cosmetics, but with the amount of cosmetics in the base game, I don't feel pressured at all to go back and spend that money on the cosmetics. I can't remember the last time I have felt quite this addicted to a game, because that's really where I'm at. I've been playing it off and on for about a week now, and I'm at about 20 hours. Some of my friends that I play with have logged more in the realm of in the thousands of hours, but I think I can catch up. I have faith in myself, but I'm gonna give Deep Rock Galactic a 9. There's still a lot I haven't seen in the game, but I feel confident in a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Rock and Stone.
All right, so this one's more funny. Dave, were you aware that there's a new Dragon Ball Z game coming out?
I was, yes.
Yeah, and it's the fighting game, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, good thing they announced a new game.
Okay.
A Dragon Ball Z
Go on.
League of Legends clone. It is a 4x4 mobile game.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
They had a beta for it and everything, where it's like, it literally is like League. It plays exactly like, it looks exactly like League. It's 4v4. You pick your Dragon Ball character and you defend the towers of some garbage.
Okay. Sure. Why the hell not? We're just gonna start throwing stuff at the walls and seeing what sticks.
I'm waiting personally for the Dragon Ball Z first-person shooter. That's all I'm waiting for.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened already, honestly.
That's what everyone thought the multiplayer game Dragon Ball Breakers was before it became a Dead by Daylight clone, because they pitched it as you were one of the civilians or people who can't fight against the planet-destroying villains, and people thought it was going to be like Alien Isolation, where you hide from the villain.
That's kind of an interesting idea.
Or like you defend it, because like there's like an arc where everything's ruined in the future, but there's like a resistance against, you know, gods. People were thinking that, but then it was a Dead by Daylight clone. But yeah, no, we're just throwing. I was just told to bring this up because it was funny, because I didn't also believe it at first, because I was told like, oh, the new game, and I go, oh, Sparking Zero.
If we weren't talking about it on this very show, I wouldn't believe you.
Just like the My Hero Academia Battle Royale.
Yes, exactly.
Which is still getting support, by the way. Because I forgot it came out, and I looked it up recently.
I forgot it came out until you just mentioned it again. So cool. Glad to see the anime video game industry is
no more arena fighters! Yay!
Yay!
Woo!
Is this really a win?
Ah!
Okay. Look out for a review of what the heck's it called?
Dog, I forget, bro.
Look out for a review for the name of the game is right here. Coming soon.
Project Multi.
Project Multi.
That's a terrible name.
What the hell kind of name is that?
It had a beta with that name?
What a boring title.
That's a horrendous name.
God.
Well, this next story is a roller coaster of.
Well, we started off kind of. It wasn't bad. It was just infuriating. Then
we got a chuckle.
we got a chuckle. I guess that was a good thing. So it's already been a roller coaster on this episode so far.
Okay, well, I guess we'll make this one more of a. So, guys, Flappy Bird is back
Let's go!
as a potential crypto scheme.
No. let's not go.
Let's know.
Let's
No. So apparently, I think it's. Is it Dang Nguyen? Is that how you pronounce the name? It's Dang Nguyen, right? Or is it Dong Nguyen?
That looks like an O, so I'm assuming it's Dong Nguyen.
Okay, no, Dong Nguyen. Long time ago, made Flappy Bird. It was a ripoff of a game, but he just made like his own little spin on it. Got too big. Success got to him. He took it down. There are still iPhones to this day that sell for millions that have this game installed onto it.
Insane.
Insane, considering that again, it's a ripoff of another game, and the game was still in the store. So after a decade, they announced, "Hey guys, Flappy Bird is coming back." But people looked into it for, I don't know, about 5 minutes, basically, to find out
that long, really?
just about Nguyen is not involved in this project at all. Zero. What most likely happened, and people found the court records, is that they considered the copyright to be abandoned, and instead of throwing it into the public domain, someone stepped in to then take the copyright, not buy it from him, take it.
Yeah.
Which, that is insane to me, because
I don't even know how that's legal.
I thought the rule is because back in the day, if you didn't renew your copyright, because that's why a lot of the movies are public domain, because they were garbage B movies for $5, they would enter the public domain and you couldn't get them back. But apparently, I guess you can just walk up to an abandoned copyright and go, that's mine now. I'm going to put into court that this person isn't using it, therefore I can take it.
Okay, so what we have to do, Howard, is in like a couple of years, when Superman enters the public domain, we gotta go to court and see it, be like, yes, we own the character Superman.
No. See, that's the thing. I don't think that it was even gonna go to the public domain. I think he just contested that he wasn't gonna do anything, and then they won because after the 10-year copyright thing, he didn't renew it. I don't think it was ever gonna go to the public domain. That's what's scary, because I don't know law. I don't know law.
I watched Better Call Saul. It's about the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah,
of
go
law.
look at Legal Eagle's video. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
So they took it, and now it's coming back. So that's already being done dirty. But now, apparently, people have linked this game company to a lot of crypto and NFT skins, along with the fact that this game may or may not be going straight to the blockchain as well to be playable on there.
I still don't understand how that even works. How do you
All right, imagine playing a video game, but every second you play, you burn down the Amazon rainforest.
Sign me up.
So, yeah, and there's probably going to be there's already going to be a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah, 100%.
And potentially, I saw rumors of a battle pass going in. Yeah, and then apparently there was a fan project happening that's already shut down. Yeah, and I don't know, I think Goat Simulator is being remastered, and there's a rumor that the Flappy Goat achievement isn't in the game anymore, which means that they might have to actually have taken that out. Which is like,
that's annoying.
Which is like, A, first of all, you didn't make it. You didn't make Flappy Bird. B, Flappy Bird, again, rip off of something. Borderline. It's like, I don't, who is the PR for these people?
If I want to play Flappy Bird, I can just open up the game that I'm going to talk about in my mini review and play it in that game.
Goat Simulator.
No.
Goat Simulator 3. It's just, I actually, first of all, cannot believe that, and like the Nguyen just like, he also like condemned crypto and everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
But he has no control over it anymore because they took him to court and they took the game away from him. It's theirs now, which is again messed up. I don't even know if he's even gonna get royalty monies.
Probably. Are you kidding me? No, absolutely. They're not gonna. They don't care.
Yeah, this is. Not only is
these crypto bros care about making money, not paying people money.
That's also true.
They're not gonna pay him a single cent.
So, yeah, be on the lookout for Flappy Coin coming soon, and Flappy Bird NFTs, and Flappy Bird on the blockchain. Because remember, Dave, nostalgia of 2014?
Wow, Flappy Bird's 10 years old. Huh?
That's why, yep,
Whoa.
that's why.
Happy 10th anniversary, Flappy Bird.
Yep, they took him to court because 10 years was the end of that copyright. Yep.
Yay.
Yep. Mood. Big mood.
Do you have any more fun stories? Oh. Oh. Is that all we got for the news? Is that really all? Is there nothing good? Nothing, not a single good piece of news?
No. No. No, hold on. We can salvage this. Hold on. IGN.
Well, hold on. Oh, no, we can salvage this. I already know one.
Oh.
I'm taking over.
Oh no. YouTube. That is so true.
We got
Disney Epic Mickey rebrushed.
You're goddamn right.
Oh, and Sonic 3.
Yeah.
that looks real good, dude.
Yeah, that's like the only good thing that happened.
Yeah.
There definitely weren't any other video game movie trailers that came out.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
I've seen a couple months for a Sonic 3 review.
Yay.